Okay, good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. We're going straight over to Vegas for the former WBC heavyweight champion of the world. Beware, Bermane Stiverne. Bermane, how are we doing, champ?
Doing good. I'm doing good.
Well,
Doing some miles on this treadmill.
Well, I saw you walking. I thought you were walking into Vegas. I thought you were walking into Vegas. No, race bosses walk into Vegas.
That's where I'm at.
All right, let's get this out so we can get me out the picture. Oh, not me. I don't want to be in the picture. I want to get you in the picture. Hold on. I'm still working the magic on this. Hold on a second. Of course, lost Bermane for a second. Let's get him back in the stream. We want to get him.
I like the upgrade.
You like the upgrade? Which one?
The background.
Just the background. Nothing else. You ain't see nothing else, my brother.
Yeah,
My brother.
You're here.
I got my brother. I have my crown now. I'm joining you, brother. I'm joining you.
Yes, sir.
So how you been? What's been going on?
Good. Been good. Been blessed. You know, feel better. Look better. You know.
You certainly look in better shape than you did when you fought Mr. Joyce.
Oh yeah. Definitely. I'm actually 30 pounds lighter than when I fought him. So I feel great. A lot of people would talk about this quarantine as a catastrophe, but to me personally, it's been a wake-up call or some kind of, I was able to deal with myself, and had the chance to work on me physically and psychologically as well.
So the rest has done you good then?
Yes.
It's good to hear. It's good to hear. So in terms of yourself, I know you had COVID at one point, and now that COVID is you don't no longer have that COVID. Obviously, you're better.
Yes, sir.
That experience of that, how was that for you? Looking back on it now.
Confusing at first, because my first symptom was the loss of taste and loss of smell. So I didn't really understand what was going on. Till I had the fever and a couple other stuff going on. And then I was finally admitted to the hospital where I got tested for COVID, which also gave me pneumonia. And, I did what was necessary to do and follow the doctor instructions.
Okay, fantastic. So lots going on in the heavyweight division. Lots of boxing happening. As you know, what's happened? Where have you taken us now?
Not my fault.
You.
Can you see me now?
No, I can't. Now I can see. Yes.
Yes.
Right. So there's lots of fights in the heavyweight division. You know that this weekend, Derek, hello, Derek, I'm coming for you, Derek. So we have Alexander Usyk, and we've got CHISORA fighting this weekend.
Right.
I'm going to pose this question to you. As a former world heavyweight champion and a guy that's fought in the amateurs as well and been successful as a successful amateur trainer, fighter, tell me, when you train with a different trainer, a trainer that's got you to the top or got you to a certain way, and you've learned some of the way that trainer's been training you, and then you leave that trainer and then you go to another trainer who might not be as good, what are the things that you lose in that process?
I mean, it depends, Certain trainers are excellent to get you there, but not might be able to keep you there,
Right.
So it really depends of your personal relationship and uh, 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 training regimen that you have with your team. I can only speak for myself, so I
Yeah, that's what
cannot
I'm
speak.
saying, just from your experience.
Yeah. So, but sometimes as well, you have fighters that are very loyal and or maybe scared a bit to bring somebody else to help the trainer, so the trainer don't take it as an insult, like you don't know what you're doing. You know, it's very delicate when it comes to these things. That's why you got to have some kind of good relationship with your trainer, and from the start, always let him know that no matter what, you'll still be with him. But if at some point you decide to bring somebody in to help, it's not an insult or that kind of thing.
Right.
Everybody works different.
So if you've got a fix, the example I'm trying to give you here is if a fighter is one that is known for his movement, in, out, moving all the time, and that's built his career on it, and then he leaves a trainer like that, and then he meets a trainer who doesn't work on his footwork but wants him to stand and trade more, and that happens. Do those skills get eroded when that's going on?
I mean, that's the fighter's mistake, should I say, or because I've seen some fighter as well that left a low key trainer, but a good trainer, and they left it for superstar, a trainer that got everything going on, that has uh, world champs, about 5 fighters that's world champion, or their son is world champion, like Floyd Mayweather and Floyd Senior. I'm not talking about them. I'm giving you an example.
Yep.
A fighter would go with what's popular and what's you know going to give him more visibility.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, it's really personal. It's really about the relationship that you really have with your trainer.
So the question's been asked a bit quickly. How long before you gas out, Berman?
Gas out.
Yeah, today. Somebody just asked the question. How long before he gasses out?
I already ran. What I ran 43 minutes, and I've been walking for the past 15 minutes, 12 minutes. I've been walking for the past. So it's a workout, man. It's a workout.
Hey, listen, you do that walk when you're walking through Haiti. That's a normal cruise walking through Haiti. You gotta go see somebody.
Why
yo,
not? Hey, why not doing this? If I go home, I'm gonna go home and watch TV.
yeah, but hey, I can see, imagine you in Haiti walking like this, walking a little quicker. Say, hey, yo, you owe me some money. you walk with a person owes you money. And you
Yeah,
So let's talk. So Usyk is the betting favorite in this fight because
of
of
course
his
he is.
movement and everything.
Of course he is.
You say, of course he is, but I'm going to throw a spanner in the works there. Usyk
But
is
uh,
favorite.
of course he is.
Why? Why? Of course.
Let's not get into that.
Well, yeah, we know about that. We know about that. But I'm not talking about that stuff. I'm not talking about the all
Listen,
the.
but even if you don't talk about that stuff, they
They're gonna talk about it. Yeah.
you know
Okay. Yeah,
just
I know.
just like Lomachenko.
Oh, okay.
Lomachenko was.
Let's talk about that. Go on, then. Let's
Uh,
talk about that. Go on. Go on.
I
Go on.
mean, he he was the favorite. Of course, he was the favorite. He's been there. That's his weight class and everything. But now you're talking about another cruiserweight or light heavyweight.
Oh, he's gone again. I can't hear you. Your sound's gone.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, we're talking about a light heavyweight or a cruiserweight that come into play in the big boy, you know, background. You know, of course they're gonna. He did what he had to do in those weight class. He's coming to play with the big boys.
So you saw his fight with Chaz Witherspoon. What did you think of his fight against Chaz Witherspoon?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay, fine. All right. So now
Is Witherspoon back?
he came back for one fight. He was a replacement fight for USYK.
I didn't see that fight.
Whereas
What happened?
You didn't miss him. Well, USYK came out and I think Chaz clipped him with something early, and he didn't really want to know. But he boxed and he got the win, but he couldn't stop Chaz Witherspoon. You know, it was like Witherspoon was just soaking up punches. You know, but it wasn't impressive. It wasn't the sort of thing like when Holyfield moved up to heavyweight and knocked Alison Rodriguez clean spark out. It wasn't like that.
Right.
It was impressive, you know.
Uh-huh.
But it was workmanlike. It's the best way to say it. And it was his first move up to heavyweight, so people will give him maybe a pass for that. But my point is, Usyk, for me, I've seen Usyk. He's not been. His footwork isn't the same as it used to be. He's taking more punches now. Now moving up to heavyweight, what do you think?
You say he's taking more punches?
He's taking more punches now. He's getting hit more now.
I mean, he's the lighter fighter. He's not a real heavyweight, so you know what happens when you accumulate those punches. So I don't know. I don't have much to say about him because I only saw one of his fights. I don't really know who he is. All I know, he's a smaller guy coming up to fight heavyweight.
Well, we know that Derek's fought cruiserweight before. He fought David Haye, and you saw what happened there.
Who?
When CHISORA fought Haye, you remember that fight?
Yeah.
But then again, Haye's got explosive power. He was knocking guys out of cruiserweight. He was knocking guys down to heavyweight. Different situation.
Yeah, but USYK is not David Haye.
I know he's got that sort of power.
You know, David Haye has his physical, his body is, he could play. He could be a light. When I say light heavyweight, I mean like a light, like 215, 225. You know, and I think USYK with his body frame, I think they have to struggle to put weight on him. To it's okay to punch people, you know. The real question is, can you take it? You know.
Well, according to
especially in the heavyweight division, you could beat a guy for 11 rounds, and he comes out 12 round and just threw and that's it. You know, the heavyweight division, that's all it takes, one punch.
somebody asked the question: when you first started boxing, how did you improve your power?
I never trained for having more power. I wasn't focused on that. I mean, I probably did it without knowing I was doing it. I'm guessing the condition got to do a lot of it. You know, the what do you do? The training that you do outside of the boxing gym has a lot to do with it. That's all I can say about that.
So going back to Usyk, now they're conflicting stories. Now there are some reporters, and I don't know how they know this. They said that Vladimir Klitschko was blocked by Usyk in sparring.
Was
Now his
what?
trainer. Now there's stories that Vladimir Klitschko was being outboxed and beaten up by Usyk in sparring. Right now, the funny thing about this, the funny thing about this story is that his trainer, James Ali Bashir, was there and he took Usyk for sparring at Klitschko's camp. And those things never happened. He said, if those things happened, it was when I wasn't there. And that's impossible.
What does
What
that
you
mean?
like that?
I don't want to, you know, one thing that I don't go by or want to hear about is when you beat somebody in sparring or you sparring don't mean shit. Don't mean nothing. I'm telling you, like, I don't know why these fighters always, or the media always try to make. All I'm saying is, okay, they spar. Is it on their record? Is it? If I go to if I go to Box Rec, would I be able, would I be would I be able to see it in
Actually,
there? Okay, it
actually,
doesn't matter.
actually, I have to quote and say, there's a box record sparring. Did you know that?
I didn't know that. So I take it back. I take it back. I take back what I said. But still, you know what I'm saying.
I know exactly what
You
you're
know what
saying.
I'm saying.
But listen, there's a box record sparring that all these experts come from. They use it. It's in sparring, you got spot. But there are some things in sparring. If you don't have a good chin, it doesn't matter if it's sparring or not. If you don't have a good chin, you don't have a good chin.
And then it doesn't matter because you got headgear, you got 18, 20, 22-ounce gloves, you got clothes on. It doesn't matter. It really don't matter. It really don't matter to me. It's a preparation. It's a form of preparation to get you ready for a bout.
Yeah, but hold on. I agree with you. If your camp's set up right, if you've got a professional camp, that's okay. But a lot of these camps are not set up professionally, Berman, and you know this.
Listen, me personally, every time I spar, from the first time I ever sparred in my life till right now, I never ever try to knock anybody out. And even when I box, it's never like a fight. So it's I don't do that kind of thing. You know?
I can tell that talking to you throughout the years, this is probably the most animated conversation we've ever had, other than those classic ones where you were really mad.
Well, all you gotta do is call me up more often when I'm on treadmill. That'll work.
Yeah, you're like, bro, you're fluent, man. You're flowing, bro. But you want to promise or something, or something good going on, because you are flowing tonight, bro. It must be that curry goat and rice or something. I don't know.
I think it's that oxtail.
You see oxtail? Yes. Yes. It's probably oxtail. So, Derek Chisora, from what you think of it, people say now, this is the thing I'm hearing now, Chisora's an old man. How did he suddenly age? Where did he suddenly age? Chisora's an old man now.
Oh, wow.
Where did that come from?
How old is it, Chisora?
I don't know. I can check for you. I'll find out for you.
I mean, yeah, he ain't older than me. I know that.
He's definitely older than you.
Is he?
Nah.
He's not older than me.
No, he's not older than you.
He's probably 37 or something like that. 36.
Nah. He's 36.
Huh?
He's 36.
I knew that.
I can check for you. I'll find out for you.
I mean, yeah, he ain't older.
He's gone again. You there, chap? We're just gonna wait. So he's got his connection's gone for a second, I think. Yep. We're just waiting for Stiverne to come back. He's in training at the moment. He's just getting himself, doing some work out there, out in Vegas, and his connections seem to have gone. Either that or he's got a telephone call. So while that's going, we're waiting for Bermane to come back. Let's talk a little bit about this fight. Oh, he'll be back now. Let's see. We've got another connection. I don't know what's going on here. I had to stream.
I'm back.
Oh, you're back. Out of the way. I've got him up right now. So I'm back. Come back. So yeah, he's 36 years old.
36 years old. Okay. Why is he an old man?
I don't know. They've probably called him old. He jokes as an old man now.
I mean, old man. I mean, everybody that's retired and that's on the Hall of Fame, they're all coming back. So being old or don't have anything to do with anything. Or what does that even mean, being old?
I don't know, but it's just some line that they're pulling now. Oh, jokes as an old man now. That's another legal thing.
Whoever said that must be 18 years old. I bet you they're not in their 30s or 40s. I mean, I say an athlete in any sport could play or do whatever they want till they at least 45 years old.
Listen, I'm telling you, I know what I heard. I know what I heard. I heard them saying Derek Chisora's an old man. He's old now.
Okay. So
you Bermane. I'm talking to the guy in the comment section. Guy in the comment section saying, "Oh, they're saying he's washed." And that's what they're. I'm just telling him what I heard.
You got George Foreman that proves it.
Exactly.
At 45, 46 years old.
Right.
You got who you got? Yes, you got Bernard Hopkins that fought till he was 50 or almost 50.
Absolutely.
You know? And then more importantly, you got Roy Jones and Mike Tyson that's about to go at it. Whether it's a fight, exhibition, or whatever, they're still training like we train.
Exactly. So I don't know. It's just, you know how it is, certain parts of the media, they're just trying to discredit one man and give another guy tremendous praise.
I bet you who said that never laced a glove in his hands.
Probably. But you know what it's like. You know what we're talking about there. So I wish Derek all the best. Let's move on. You just
if Chisora's old shit, I hate to see or hear what he got to say about my age.
Yep. Well, people are convenient. They use the when they want to, they decide whether you're old or young, and they follow it.
Exactly.
Yes, somebody just wished you, and I'm wishing you first. Happy birthday on the 1st of November, by the way.
Excuse me?
Happy birthday on the 1st of November.
Thank you.
It's a very special day. Same day as my grandmother.
Yeah, you told me before.
Yeah. And somebody else as well. It's all good. So,
yes,
Mike Tyson, Roy Jones Jr., what are your thoughts? How are you feeling about it?
Two of my favorite fighters that's going at it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
First of all, would you pay to watch it?
I would, yeah.
Yeah, right. Would you go?
Because things like that, you won't get to see it again. You know, you might get to see a few fights, but seeing 20 of those, you won't be able to see it. You know, so It could be the first and last, or it could be the first of
Many.
out of 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
You know,
You-
let's not forget these guys. These guys are legends. These guys made the sports of boxing. So for them to come back and give us a show and give us a, you know, you don't get to see Michael Jordan and Magic Johnson or Emmett Smith or these guys coming back in the league and play. You know, so I guess, you know, I'm happy to be around and still be active in the sport and see two of my favorite fighters coming back at the same time that I am active.
So shout out to D-Lo. He's just given $5 to the channel. Shout out to D-Lo. D-Lo Boxing. D-Lo 404 Boxing. Salute. He says, great discussion. Best wishes to you and the champ. Happy birthday in advance. Thanks.
Appreciate it.
So I asked you the question before, and I'm going to ask you the question again. If Mike Tyson or Roy Jones says, yeah, I want Stiverne next. I asked you before, you say once in a lifetime. Well, you never would have thought you would have been either facing Mike or Roy. Would you get yourself involved in that conversation?
That's the question I could answer you in my dreams. I don't know. It's not something that I ever thought about. Or, I don't know. I don't know what to say.
If King says to you, listen, I've got a great idea. Stiverne, Tyson. What about, okay, in some scenarios, you become two-time heavyweight champion of the world. And out of some craziness, one of these guys say, I want to fight for the heavyweight championship of the world. And you've got the belt, and one of those guys pipe up.
I mean, my duty as a fighter is not to refuse fights, so I guess I would do
Come on, come on, come on. That's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money.
Huh?
That's a lot of money.
But see, even that, it wouldn't even be the money for me.
So you fight
Because
Michael Roy for wait. So you fight Michael Roy for free then?
You gotta understand, like a guy like Tyson, when I was young, that was my Superman. That was my Batman, my Spider-Man. That was Tyson as a kid, you know. Other kids had Superman, Batman, Robin, whatever as a superhero. My superhero was Mike Tyson.
Okay, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. So that's just not going to happen then.
I don't see myself doing it.
Right. How do you feel that Mike Tyson and Roy Jones are fighting for a WBC belt?
I just saw that. It was some kind of Black Lives Matter belt or something.
What do you think?
What it was?
Yeah, something like that.
I mean, you had to put a belt for them to fight. It had to happen. You couldn't have them fight just for the money. You had to the image, the picture, a belt had to be there.
So if you're a who do you think will win and who do you want to win?
Shit.
Exactly, that's a tough one, isn't it?
No, it ain't tough.
It ain't tough.
It ain't tough. It's tough to say, but who I
Is it
think is
real
gonna
the best man win one of those situations?
who I think is gonna win and who I want to win. Lord, it's
It's a great fight, isn't it? And you just
yeah,
thinking
it
of it.
is. It is. It is. I, I, I see like the first 3 rounds like fireworks, fireworks. Some. We gonna get like the skills and the ability of these two fighters for the first 3 rounds, for sure, for sure. You know,
Okay, do you think how much do you think Mike's got? He's smoking all that marijuana. As you know, he's got the marijuana thing. And, you know, how much has Mike actually got left? I mean,
how
how much
much?
can he have left?
How much what?
How much can Mike have left? Listen, I don't want to be at the end of any of them punches. How much do you think he's got left?
I don't know. I seriously don't know. You could say the same for Roy Jones.
Yeah, but
You know,
Roy Jones, we've seen him on his back more often than actually fighting of recent times.
yeah, but let's not forget it. This is Roy Jones you're talking about.
Yeah, the same Roy Jones that got knocked out by Danny Green in a round. The same Roy Jones that got knocked out by Palmer. The same Roy Jones that got knocked out by Ben Johnson. That same Roy Jones. Johnson forgot.
But still, it's still Roy Jones.
I know, and it's still Mike Tyson. And when you go back into Mike's history, getting beat by Kevin McBride and Danny Williams, and
Yeah, exactly.
you know what I mean. So I guess we
So,
both got.
listen, every fighter had their down. Every fighter, of course, except for
Of
except
course.
for except for Floyd, but he had bad days too. But still, every fighter's everybody got their own. Everybody got their bad day and their worst fight. Everybody.
Okay, okay. What Mike in his heyday versus Roy in his heyday? Say Roy fought Roy. Say Roy Jones that fought John Ruiz, and the Mike Tyson that fought Michael Spinks.
Shit. Golly.
There you go. That's a fight for the ages.
Yeah.
Mike just knocked out Spinks. Roy called him out. Next fight up.
That's why it never happened. Because that's why these fights never happen. Like, oh my God, man. That's a dream fight.
It
To
is,
have
isn't it?
both guys in their prime, man.
I think Roy's okay until Mike gets into the ropes. That's where the problem is. If Roy can keep Mike on the end of the jab and on the outside, I think he's all right. I just worry about Mike when he gets close to Roy.
Yeah, that could be. It could be very. It could be very deadly. It could be very painful and deadly for my man.
Roy. Okay, let's move on. Tank Davis, Real Santa Cruz. What's going on? What's happening? Tell me.
Tank
Why?
is on the rise up. One of those fighters that, if he can stick to what he's doing right now and just keep it and just run with it, he'll be okay. He'll be really good. I don't like a lot of fighters, but him, I call him like the tank, the small heavyweight. He's just
Small
like
Mike Tyson.
he's like a little heavyweight. I like him. I
You
like him.
think Tank reminds me, he's got Tysonisms about him.
Yeah.
Don't you think?
Yeah. I do think that.
So how do you think?
That's why I like him, because I think he do fight like a heavyweight.
Yeah.
when you look at him, is the way he positioned himself, and the way he moves is he moves just like a heavyweight.
So you like him? So you pick him to knock Santa Cruz out or by points?
Definitely knocked down somewhere. I don't know about knock him out, but definitely one or two knockdown. I got him by points.
Okay.
Let's not forget Santa Cruz has been there, done that.
Yeah.
It's not easy. He's not a fighter that you should overlook. I actually fought maybe 2 or 3 times the same night he fought.
Okay. Wow. Okay. Next fight. There is talk that it's going to be Tyson Fury against Carlos Takam on December 5th. How does that match up? Carlos Takam, Tyson Fury.
Is that what's happening?
December 5th. I believe so.
I thought Fury was supposed to fight some guy from Canada.
No, I think he's fighting. I think he's fighting Takam.
Takam. I mean, that's not a tough one.
Isn't it?
No, it's not.
Why?
It could be a tough. I mean, depending on Fury, if you come out and do what he's supposed to do and take the man serious and get him out of there. If he go in there and clown and overlook, attack him, it could be very devastating for Fury.
Yeah, interesting fight.
Yeah.
Interesting fight. What about this rematch between Povetkin and Dillian White?
Too soon.
Whoa! Whoa! Too soon?
Yeah.
Why?
Back to back like that. If it was on point, yeah. But the way it ended, too soon.
Why? What happened?
Because for a fight like that knocks you out like that, I got to go back and, recover, practice, train. That was not just a lucky punch. That was the perfect definition of a knockout. If you look at it, if you put slow motion, and if you look when the fight started, the whole night, that's what Povetkin was trying to do. And kept doing it till White made that same mistake again. My personal opinion is too soon. I would have probably won that fight March, somewhere down like March.
So what happens now in a fight like this at world-class level? What will Povetkin do? You've known Povetkin. What will Povetkin be doing now, preparing for the rematch?
Same thing, and just improve what he was doing.
Can he improve what he was doing?
I think so. He's been there, done that. He's been in the game, kind of like a veteran.
Yep.
Let's not forget that's the man that went to the Olympics, and come on, his background speak for itself. So a fight like that, if this is me, I would wait a little longer.
What are the effects of rushing a fight coming back like that too soon? What are the effects?
the effects.
Yes.
To have a worse loss than the first one. I personally, I like Dylan White. I would want him to win,
Yes.
you know. But if I was his manager, trainer, or promoter, I would tell him no. Oh, I would say yes, we're gonna fight him, but not right now. I would pick. I would have him fight, train, and pick a can. I don't know, pick the mailman, and have him fight the mailman for about 3-4 rounds, and knock the mailman out, you know, and then fight POVETKIN. Too soon, too soon. If
This
I
time,
if I if I was this team, I would have had him fight a tomato can, this fight, and then somewhere in March, you get POVETKIN.
that would make
But
sense.
I would have had him fight somebody to practice what we've been practicing, and then fight uh, POVETKIN.
Wow.
But hey, that's my way to think. So I could be wrong now. So
Yeah, but when you get knocked out as badly as that, the way he got knocked out, what are the effects afterwards, physically to the body and mentally and emotionally? What do you go through?
uh, pretty much pride. Pretty much pride. Been there, done that. After the fight with
Wilder.
Wilder, the first fight with Wilder, all I wanted to do was fight him again and not fight nobody, which I did. And I waited, but little do you know, all of that what I was doing hurt my career. What I should have did was just fight, keep on fighting, instead of going for it. And then when I got the second fight, it was by default because I wasn't supposed to fight him. They only because Ortiz got tested positive, and then what was it? 10 days before the fight,
You got thrown in.
I trained 7 weeks for Brazil, for Dominic Brazil. I trained for a slower fighter. I trained for, you know, and then a couple days, 10 days before the actual fight, they want to switch me into a world title fight, which I took. And hey,
It happens.
it's boxing, right?
Yes, shit happens.
Yeah.
Shit happens. So when you think about the Dillian White fight, now when you think about him, does anything think, damn, because of what happened to you, you look at Dillian White and think you see parallels or not?
Excuse me. I what?
Parallels between what happened to you and Wilder and what happened with Povetkin or not?
Well, the only difference is he got the rematch. I didn't get the rematch. You know,
Yeah,
that's the only difference.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
And
So you know,
I got the rematch. What? 3 years later, and the way I got the rematch is I was a substitute. You know,
yeah,
it's not like I had. It was announced 2 months or 3 months before the fight, and I had a camp, and I knew I was going to fight Wilder 8 weeks before or 12 weeks before. I was already in camp for 7 days to fight somebody, and then
yeah.
switch it to a world title.
Yeah. Of course.
Which I said no. And the only reason why I took the fight is because they told me that they was gonna take uh, my
Ranking.
status away. My status, my mandatory status, and I was gonna be put on the shelf for another year or so or whatever. And that's,
Wow.
and that's the reason why I took the fight. Because my answer was no. I didn't want to fight for a world title. You know, I haven't fought in a year and a half, so there's no way I'm gonna come back and fight for a world title. Which before that, they wanted me to step. Remember the whole thing about the step away and let Ortiz fight or whatever.
Yeah. I remember that. I remember all that.
Then then I stepped away, and then Ortiz came in, and then 10 days before the fight, Ortiz got popped.
Yes. I remember it all very well, brother.
There's a bunch of things that the fans and the people don't know, or what happened, what's going on behind closed doors. There's a lot. You know, when you see two fighters in the ring, you know, months before that fight happened, a lot had happened.
Yeah.
Not not just
Well
paperwork,
believe it.
not just paperwork and money.
I can well believe it. And the thing is, when you were in London, I thank you once again for me to see what it is like fighting at the highest level in boxing. I got to see so many things I would never have seen. And I'm always thankful because you gave me the opportunity that people in the UK would never have given me. So I'm thankful and grateful.
Uh, Probably get to do it again. You never know.
Sounds like a plan. Sounds like a plan. We can roll again. Jones is the Verb Part 2. So, talk to me about Deontay Wilder. That's one of your favorite talking points. Talk to me about Deontay. Talk
What
to me
about
about
it?
Mark Breland, the sacking, Malik Scott, the new head coach, or the
The who?
assistant coach.
The what?
Malik Scott, the assistant coach. Breland out, Malik Scott in.
Who's the trainer now?
You got JD as a Malik Scott.
Who?
Malik Scott.
That's the trainer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I don't understand. I don't understand.
Yeah, he's the trainer now.
Malik Scott is his trainer.
Yeah. That's gonna go viral.
So you pick. Does he know who his trainer was?
Yeah, Mark Breland.
Does he know who he was and what he did?
Yeah, I was talking to Junior Jones yesterday.
I don't think he knows what. I don't think he. What the fuck? I don't. There's. Okay, but so what? First of all, what is the reason why he fired the man?
Well, according to Junior Jones, who obviously Junior Jones and Mark Breland are very close, they're on the phone to one another. So, the reason why Wilder fired him was because Breland sort of like stopped the fight.
To save because our dumbass as a fighter, because we dumb as shit, you know. So if we on our back and we knocked down, we're gonna try to get up to fight and say that I'd rather die in the ring, whatever. I said some shit like that before, but tell me to say the same shit when I'm with my family and I got kids around me, my kids around me and shit. I won't say the same thing. You know? That's all we do. I mean, he said what anybody would say. I'd rather die in the ring, or whatever. Yeah, for that moment when you're in the ring, you got the balls, you got the heart, and you rather die and stuff like that. But then you gotta look at it from the trainer's point of view. The trainer is the one that spends the most time with you, right?
Right.
So he pretty much knows you. He knows you from the beginning of your career. So do you really think that he stopped the fight because he wanted to hurt you, or because there's still another day that we could go back to it, we could
The
go
other
back
thing
and
is,
fight for it, and he's trying to save you from yourself and be try to make sure that he's responsible for you going home to your kids that night. You know, did you look at it? Did you look at it like that, or did you just, you know, thought about dying in the ring because you're the world champion heavyweight? You know,
these thought processes were, look, if I'm talking about putting people in body bags, then when it comes down to myself, I've got to be able to take it as much as dish it out. That was Wilder's.
huh?
Wilder's like, if I'm going to talk that way, then I've got to be that way.
It's not, you know. When I talk like this, I talk about myself as well, you know, because I've said some dumb shit like that too, and I'll probably say it again.
Listen, you said some funny, you've not said dumb shit, you said some funny shit. Listen, you said some funny shit.
Right, but listen, the thing is, whether it's funny or not, is at the time I said it, I meant it. I really did mean it.
Okay, you meant it at the time, but when you look back at it and you play a tape and you watch it, do you not laugh to yourself, or do you like? He's gonna walk off now.
No, because guess what? Because I'm gonna say, I know I'm gonna say it again, and I will mean it again. When you got the adrenaline, and you know, it's a different world. So you have to understand. You have to be in the ring to understand that kind of thing. You know, your ego.
Oh, I get all that stuff, and
You know,
I mean,
pride,
of course.
ego. For somebody to come and stop a fight, oh hell no. But as far as firing my trainer, you know, no. I mean, no. I mean,
The other
he
thing
fired.
was, he didn't. He said that Junior Jones said it was all about yes men, and Mark Breland wasn't a yes man. And because Breland didn't agree with the way Wilder was doing things, he didn't agree. Wilder wanted to do his own things in camp, and Breland was like, "No, you're not going to do your own things in camp." So that causes contention. And JD isn't a trainer; he's his best friend. You know what I mean?
Who's best friend?
That's Wilder's best friend. They grew up together. JD is and Wilder.
Yeah. The, the fake, the fake trainer. I can't believe he fired
So
that man.
you don't think Malik Scott's a good trainer then?
Huh?
You don't think Malik Scott's a good trainer?
I've never seen him as right. I saw him as a fighter and a sparring partner.
Yeah,
See,
according to
see,
my friend,
see,
he's
see,
trainer
all
and
of
he's.
this, all of this you're saying right now, all of this you're saying right now, I feel like all of this was planned. I feel like they knew what they were doing, and I feel like it was going to happen somehow, some way. But isn't this guy on internet and taking naked pictures or some shit like that with his girlfriend or something?
Who's that? Oh,
Scott,
Malik Scott he did porn, didn't he?
isn't he not doing some shit he be doing?
He
I
was
don't
doing
know.
some porn. He did some porn.
I don't know what the hell it was. I have no idea. Somebody sent me a picture and they asked me, "Is this Malik Scott?" It looked like him, man. I didn't have,
Yeah,
I had no idea. I
yeah,
said, when they sent me that picture, I said no, but it does look like him. But then I find out it was him.
yeah, it was him. It was him. It was him. I can confirm it was definitely him.
Well, he's in the porn world now, so.
Yeah, it was. I don't know if he's still in it, but he was in it.
Well, it's, uh,
It's
that's a
not.
great, that's a great way to form a team.
But he's going to be making a big announcement, I believe.
Huh?
I believe he's making the Wilder's making a big announcement soon.
A big announcement.
Yes.
What's a big announcement?
Well, he's been silent for the longest while. He was going to come out and tell people about the gloves and what his thing about Fury cheating. He's going to come out and talk about that. And then all of a sudden he went silent, like they gagged him or something. Oh, and by the way, on the subject of contracts and expired contracts, can you talk to me about expired contracts?
Expired contract?
Yeah, well, DeONTAY didn't respond in time. That's what they're saying. And therefore, his contract with Tyson Fury expired for the third fight.
Who?
Wilder's team. It expired, the contract.
I've seen Eddie Earn said something about how Wilder missed the train and he's not going to get a fight, a world title fight till 2022 or something.
I don't listen to what he's got to say. As you know, I don't listen to what he's got
I don't
to
know.
say.
Something like that. I don't know. But I don't really.
But this was the same guy.
If I know anything, it's because somebody sent it to me. I don't even watch boxing.
Yeah, I know. I don't listen because he was the same guy that said on the day of the fight of Wilder Fury 1, they weren't going to fight on the day of the fight.
But I mean, I don't know. I thought the fight was supposed to happen in December.
December 5th.
I heard 19.
What?
I heard the Wilder and Fury was supposed to be December 19.
Well, okay. Well, Fury said no. They're gonna knock it on the head and move on. That's what Fury said.
Yeah, that's what he's doing now. He's fighting December 5th.
Yeah, against Takam.
Well, that's what it is.
The next thing is, finally, as we finish, I want to talk a little bit about PULEV versus Joshua, December 12th. Where will you be?
December 12th?
Yep.
I'm in camp. I fight the following weekend.
That's for sure. Are we sure now? Or we're going to just wait and see Santa Claus come and still not see you in the ring?
December 19th.
You're fighting, for sure.
Yeah.
Definitely.
December 9th. I think the venue, it was either 19 or 29. So definitely in September, November, December. What am I saying? Definitely December.
Any opponent arranged, or is that still under wraps?
Yeah, opponent trying to pull some flick shit, but they got him back in line.
That's what I like to hear. We want to know more about that. So PULEV, Joshua, what are your thoughts? I know where I'm going straight away with this fight. I've been saying it for the longest. So let me hear what you got to tell me.
I think Joshua gonna pull it. I got Joshua on this one.
I got PULEV on this one.
Do you?
Yep.
Nah. I kind of said the same thing, but nah.
I'm going with PULEV because of his double jab, the fact that he's got a powerful jab, the fact that Joshua's getting out jabbed by Andy Ruiz.
Right, but you talking about two different fighters now.
You are. You're talking one guy's got a better jab. You're talking about a brawler and a boxer. Pulev's got a better jab than Andy Ruiz, and he's got a longer reach.
Can he use it against Joshua?
Come on. Well, Andy Ruiz could use it, and Andy Ruiz is not known for his jabbing ability, has he? But he was beating Joshua with a punch.
You think so?
Come on. Andy set up that left hook. Josh is great coming forward, but if you put a jab on him and you push him back, he doesn't have to fight off the back foot.
I mean,
if Josh comes forward and he takes center of the ring and he can take control of that jab and he can take that jab away from Pulev, he's great. But Pulev is the ultimate jabber, isn't he?
right. Right.
And you look at people's careers, like
I see it as a 50-50.
Wow. Wow.
I didn't see much on the rematch with Ruiz.
Right.
But you know, if I had to pick one fighter or one, you know, I go with Joshua.
Okay. Oh, Junior Farr versus Parker.
Who?
Junior Farr versus Parker.
Who's Junior Farr?
Junior Farr, they're both in New Zealand, they both New Zealanders. It's a New Zealand fight.
Don't have any idea.
Oh dear!
I don't have any idea who that fighter is, but you know.
What about Lucas Brown? Lucas Brown's looking for an opponent. Any possibility you could get in with Lucas Brown? He's looking for a fight.
Throw my name in there.
Throw your name in there.
Throw my name in there.
Would you fight Lucas Brown?
Throw my name in there.
Okay, throw my name in there.
Just throw my name.
Is that a fight? Okay, is that a fight that you would relish? Oh, listen, I've got to be fanboyish. I've got to say something tonight. I've got to say something tonight. Come on.
Huh?
If Lucas Brown is listening, and I'm sure he is, what would you say to Luke? If Lucas Brown is listening, what would you say to Lucas Brown?
What country, what city, what venue, and the date.
And you take that.
In a heartbeat.
Right. You know, it's big bad Lucas Brown, remember?
Nah, his tattoos are. you have to look a certain kind of way, you know. You gotta look tough and don't you have some kind of teeth or whatever?
Braces in his mouth, yeah.
Yeah. You gotta put an image, you know, a superhero image.
Superhero. You know what? You sound so. I don't know if you've become so.
I could do the same with my hair. If I do this here, I look different. You know? I look more tough.
Oh, what you need to do is do your hair blonde or blonde like that, or do it dark brown like Shannon Briggs, and then go around and go champ. What do you think?
If I what?
Get your hair, dye your hair brown and go, let's go champ.
Rasta not put color.
On a subject to that, by the way,
I don't have dreads for fashion.
Amen. It's a statement, right?
Please remember that this is not fashion.
It's a statement. It's your crown, right?
Anybody know Samson?
Samson, yes. Be straight.
Yeah, go read about it. I don't wear my dreads for fashion.
Oh, by the way, somebody just come up with a fight for you. Yeah, Bermane Stiverne versus Charles Martin.
Who?
Bermane Stiverne versus Charles Martin.
Same answer as Lucas Brown.
You would you'd have Charles Martin as well.
Of course I would.
Do you know what I'd like to see you fight, actually? Bermane Stiverne versus Kawanaki. That's the fight I'd like to see. Kawanaki.
Who the hell is that?
The guy that Helenius just knocked out. The Polish dude.
The big dude, the bald head.
Yeah.
Yeah. I heard about. I saw him. Who he beat? He beat somebody. He fought somebody.
I think we've lost Merman. That might be the enemy. His battery may have gone on his phone. So if you've got any questions with Bermane, he's out there in Vegas at the moment. If you've got any other questions you'd like to ask, please do fire them through. He may have gone now. But I hope you're enjoying the show and I hope you're enjoying listening to Bermane. I've got to say, it's probably, for me, one of the most, what would I say, non-stop interviews with Bermane. I've got to say, very animated tonight. So he says, any place, any time for Lucas Brown. So that'll be an interesting fight. And Lucas Brown's a fight I'd like to see me. Joe Washington's fight I'd like to see Stiverne come back to egg, actually. Fight's not connected. I bet his battery's gone. Yeah, his battery's probably gone. So what are your thoughts also on Tyson Fury versus Carlos Takam? So it's totally different fight for Tyson Fury. Obviously, he's fought Deontay Wilder, and a lot of people still got those images of him beating Deontay Wilder. Takam will bring a different challenge. Takam's shorter, so he'll have different challenge with Carlos Takam. It'll be interesting to see what sort of shape Takam's in. He's always been in good shape, and how he goes about fighting Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury hasn't got a great record in terms of against smaller guys. Yes, he's won those fights, but he hasn't looked spectacular in doing it. His fight against CHISORA's one was pretty decent, but I think Takam's probably better equipped than CHISORA. And then it's just me. So on Saturday night, I'm expecting to see Alexander Usyk with less movement, easier to hit. Well, I heard that day, what I'm hearing, that's what I'm hearing through the grapevine, it's Carlos Takam, from somebody close to top rank, and they were saying it's Carlos Takam that's the opponent. So, you know, you keep hearing Takam, keep hearing Takam. Takam is a very good fighter. Takam's a dangerous fighter. Takam, if he can get, I'd like to see Takam, if he's fighting Fury, get under the jab, get inside and work the body of Fury. Nobody really does body attacks on Fury, so I'd like to see how that happens. Takam's not an easy fight, man. Takam's one of them guys you don't really want to be fighting. And then if you look at the fight I was thinking for Ajit Kabayal, I went and saw Fury versus Nicholas Further, and I think Kabayal's far more equipped than Further. Yes, I know it was early in Fury's career, but he still seems to have those problems against shorter guys. The overhand right is a punch that he's always had a problem with. His last two fights he's had is against guys like Deontay Wilder. They're tall and long. Somebody like Kabayal, I think, was more equipped than Nicholas Further in terms of getting him into getting close to Fury and making him have to fight. Don King's pulled Lovejoy out of the Allen fight. Yep, I know that. I know that information. I know that information. Probably before you knew that information, I knew that information. So yeah, Lovejoy was meant to be fighting somebody else, and he pulled out of that, and he went to England to fight somebody else. So Lovejoy already had a fight arranged in America, but Lovejoy went out. Usyk looks lighter than his previous fight. Really? Well, I haven't looked at the weight or anything yet, but if that's the case, he looks lighter. Then I know that Usyk and his team were very concerned Well, Usyk himself was not happy about the weight he was at when he fought Charles Witherspoon. If he's lighter, then that means he's going to try and move. You see, the thing is, those amateur bouts or 3-4 rounds, he's going to have to go 12 rounds with that movement. And Usyk, really, he's now fighting a big, strong heavyweight. And he got clipped by, go back and look at the fight against Charles Witherspoon. He got clipped by Witherspoon, and he didn't like what he got hit with. So the reaction I saw there of Usyk against Charles Witherspoon, getting clipped by Witherspoon, a guy who really didn't come to win, against a guy who, in CHISORA, Chisora's got to learn his lessons against Usyk. He must learn his lessons. It's very important. And the lessons he must learn is stay close, stay focused, don't throw big, long, big looping right hands without working the body first. You know, big looping, arching right hands. He's not going to catch Usyk with those shots like that. He's going to have to work Usyk's body, get close to Usyk, really rough him up, work the body, and the referee's going to have to be crucial in this fight. If the referee stops from CHISORA from working on the inside, that's going to be a problem. Here we go. Champ's back in the house.
Yeah.
Champ, so news has just broken. Okay. News has just broken in the UK. The Don King has pulled Lovejoy out of the Allen fight. This news has just broken in the UK.
Say what?
Don King.
Why are you laughing?
Well timed.
Hey, it says it requires, it's required, right? You see?
I like that. I like that.
I have to put a mask.
I like that. Yeah, I like that.
But good timing, though. Good timing.
Great timing. Excellent timing. Excellent timing. So yes. Yeah, we're just talking about Lovejoy being pulled out by Don King. And well, the big thing in the UK was that Eddie Hearn is going to talk to Don King to make the fight happen. Well, obviously, conversation didn't go too well between Eddie and Don. But clearly, the conversation hasn't gone well in the past, because I understand that Trevor Bryant was meant to fight Anthony Joshua on his USA debut. However, Hearn didn't want that, and they went for Ruiz instead because he didn't want to work with Don King. That's what I heard.
Who didn't want to work with Don King?
He didn't want to work with Don King. Hearn didn't want to work with Don King, right? He was meant to fight Trevor Bryant, Joshua, on his American debut. So he didn't fight Joshua. He didn't fight Trevor Bryant. He decided to go Andy Ruiz instead. That's what happened. Hence why Joshua and Andy Ruiz fought. Didn't work with King.
Well, did they give a reason why Don King pulled him out the fight?
No, they haven't said anything yet. We'll just watch and see what the media says, shall we? Stay tuned. We know it'll be a cock and bull story. So we'll just leave it as it is. Right. I'm going to let you go now, chap. Is there anything you want to say before you go?
Not much, man. I'm happy to be back. Like I said, still good physically and mentally. So I'm happy to be in that place that I am right now. So
you are.
I look forward to start, be back in the mix.
From what I hear of you, this is the most flowing. This has been the funniest you've been in all our interviews. This has been, you've been truly switched on. And You've also shown a bit of a I don't give a damn attitude, and I really like it. It's like a carefree attitude, without business no
No,
more.
that's for only for certain media people. It's simple with me. If I'm giving an interview, I don't refuse interviews to nobody. But if I don't like somebody, my interview gonna be shitty. I'll let you know that I don't like you, and I'll let you know that if you give me an interview, you're not gonna get anything. So I'm not a two-faced person.
I hear that.
So, but I understand you're here to work, and I work. I gotta give you an interview, so I'll do it. But there's
Bro, listen.
there's a lot of people out there that I don't be mixing with, or
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
so therefore I don't refuse interview, but
Oh, here we go. Listen to this. Bermane, you got to listen to this story. Hey, we got media in the room here, or so-called media. Check this out. Here's what they spun. He's pulled him out because he's lined up to fight Trevor Bryan, and he knows Bryan will get more credit if Lovejoy is unbeaten, so he doesn't want to get splattered by Allen.
who?
So Lovejoy, he says, Don King has pulled out Lovejoy to fight because he was due to fight Trevor Bryan, and he knows Bryan will get more credit if Lovejoy is unbeaten, so he doesn't want him getting splattered by Dave Allen. That's why Don King pulled him out. We'll leave it with that. Let them believe what they want to believe.
What's his name?
The person said that is Max P.
Smart boy.
Okay.
It's smart man.
Dave Allen. I'm not even. We're not even entering that conversation. We're not entering that conversation. Right. Final things. The Charlo brothers. What did you think of their performances?
They've been doing good. I mean, they've been doing good. You know, what can I say? There's nothing really negative to say about them.
They
They've
did
been
really
doing what
well.
it's supposed. Yeah, they've been doing what they're supposed to do. So,
Devin Haney versus Gamboa.
Andy's my man. I know that little boy since he was 9 years old. He was just a little baby. You
Wow.
know, I've seen him, grow up, fought amateur, 11 years old, 12, 18, 14. I've been knowing him since he was like, I think 9 or 10 years old.
Wow.
So I'm to see a kid like that, and his father is shout out to his father. His father took good care of him, took care of him. You don't get a lot of fighters that has that kind of support from their parents or father. But his father is a relevant father, man. He's a good guy. Talk to him every time I see him. So
Yeah.
I saw the evolution. You know, I've been living in Vegas for 17 years. So, and when I first moved to Vegas, this is one of the kids that were around me.
Wow.
So I really admire him as a fighter,
Yep.
and the dream that his dad saw, or the path that his dad wanted him to take. So I really do admire those two.
Fantastic.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
father and son. father and son relationship is probably like the best I've seen, you know, uh, in a long time.
Fabulous. Great to hear.
Yeah.
Kell Brook and Terence Crawford final fight.
Who? Brooks and who?
Brook versus Crawford.
Oh, Crawford. Crawford.
Easy? Easy?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. And have you voted yet?
Huh?
Have you voted yet?
Hell no. Hell no. I'm not doing that. All was telling me is wrong, and if I don't vote, it's like voting for Trump. But
Oh,
I'll tell you what, I'd rather the devil I know than the one I don't know.
oh boy. Or the devil you know, the devil and the other devil that's coming.
Hell yeah. And you know, I mean, I don't
Get involved with that.
young one is not better than the other one. I don't.
Yeah, absolutely. And
One is here now. He's lying to everybody. He tell you he's lying in your face. He's lying. And then the other one, he just didn't prove he's a liar, but we all know he's a liar.
yeah,
To the point that he has to go and get a black woman, so to speak. I used to not want it to be affiliated with black people
and
back
people.
then,
But guess what?
you know. And all she did was locking brothers up.
I know,
That,
but check
that's
this out.
that's how we call it. We call her Miss Lock a Brother Up.
She'll end up being your president of America. I'm telling you. Wait.
And her family in Jamaica had the biggest plantation of slaves. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So nowadays the background people don't count no more. The background don't count. Come on, man. Let's get up. Let's wake up.
I know, brother.
First
I know.
first of all, they're both worst to me. Both of them are the worst to me. But I gotta go with who is giving me something, you know, who is giving me something to work with, or who's giving something. We all know Trump is racist. We all know we all know he's for the white man and this and that and that.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
whatever he give the white man, if I could use it, then I'll vote for Trump. God damn it!
That's
Simple
it.
as that.
I hear you. I hear you.
What
I hear you. I hear
what
you.
whatever he does it for the white man, for his people. And if I get a chance, a little bit that I can use for my own benefit, then yes, I will vote for Trump.
I hear that. I
And
hear that.
I'm talking about tax bracket. So that's what I'm talking about.
Tax brackets.
So Biden ain't for me. You know, all those 60% tax and shit like that. No. And then we talk about a guy that used to say that he don't want his kids to go to school, to public school, because there's too much monkeys and this and that. Talking about black people, like you know, come on, man. People just don't. I see all kinds of people talking. You know, they're talking about a bunch of different that don't make any sense. You know what I'm saying? It don't make no sense. You calling Trump a racist? You calling Trump a racist? Okay, but you wearing designers clothes all day, every day, and those designers clothes, you know they're racist. So why you buying them? You wearing Gucci, you wearing this and that, but Gucci racist too. So why you supporting Gucci? What's the
But
difference?
people will use agendas when they wait suits them until they realize it's the same thing.
Listen, save yourself. That's how it's called. I save myself. I'm sorry, I can't think about anybody else. I have to save myself. Point
Yeah,
blank.
that's right. That's right.
I
I hear
can't
you.
save. First
I
of
hear you.
all, I can't save nobody if I don't save myself
Save
first.
yourself. You gotta look after yourself, bro.
Mhm. I look out for myself and mine. And that's that. Then I can think about other people.
Everybody else, of
But
course. That's
but me and mine come first.
but
I'm
that but
sorry.
that's the greatest. That's the greatest expression of love. You know, if you can't look after yourself, how the hell are you gonna look after anybody else?
Yeah. It is what it is.
It's not
But
good.
but I'm not voting.
Yeah, well, that's it.
I don't vote.
Keep your way. Keep
I
your
don't
way from
participate.
that. So,
I don't participate.
in terms of Black History Month, does that mean anything to you? Or do you find more of an insult to you?
Say what?
The whole Black History Month. How is that for you?
The Black History Month.
Yeah.
What about it?
I mean, how? I mean, like, how is it for you in America? Certainly in the UK, there's a people think
Full of
that it should
shit.
be. Yeah,
They
exactly.
all they all full of shit. All that Black History Month full of shit. They don't. They, first of all, to me, they don't talk about the real stuff. They don't talk about anything that really matters
Matters.
in the Black History Month. You know, I never, I never. First of all, I'm not going to get into the whole thing,
Yeah, yeah.
but the whole thing with the United States of America, if it wasn't for my country, if it wasn't for the purchase of Louisiana that provided America half of what they are today, you know, and we don't get nothing back from it. We don't get no
No,
thank you. We don't get no nothing. You know, and
France though, he won as well.
when when Haiti defeated the French, you know, uh, when they left and when we killed all the soldiers, that right there, it freed the entire South America. You know, all the Latin countries, they were free because of Haiti. See what I'm saying? The entire South America, which allowed the purchase of Louisiana, which allowed, I think the United States was like 19 states. And because of the purchase of Louisiana, they gained another 20 something states, which is the other half of America. So if you want to talk about Black History Month, you know, and I don't hear these things, I'm not interested. You know,
Those things are too real. Those things you start to pull over, you start pulling over bandages, you start looking deep. You don't want
exactly.
that. Don't ask no questions.
Talk about
Don't
Black.
make
I,
any statements.
I'm not saying to talk about Haiti, you know, only. You know what I'm saying? Because Haiti did more. Haiti gave the Greek their independence with coffee, only with coffee. You know, there's a lot. There's a lot. You can talk about Africa. You can talk about anything. You talk about Jamaica. You can talk about Senegal. You can talk about anything that's black. But why it always got to be related to Black America?
Hmm.
Black History Month should be black, just black. That's it, not Black America. But it is what it is. I don't control it. I didn't invent it. I didn't. You know, it is what it is. They talk about, you know, what they want to talk about, and what can I say?
You've said a lot, and on Black History Month, that I think that's beautiful what's been said.
You picking up?
It's beautiful. I said you've said a lot. In a few words, you said a lot.
You know, there's way more, but we don't have time for that.
I think
So
we need to certainly do a cover conversation about it, a non-boxing conversation that definitely needs to be had to talk about it, certainly, and open those conversations up.
we there's more than Martin Luther King. There's more than Malcolm X. There's more than
Rosa Parks.
you know, Rosa Parks. These are great people. Yes, they're great people, but there's more than that. There's way more than that. And you talking about people that was dead in 1950s, 1940s. What about the other one that was there in 18 and 17 and all these, the real slaves, like the Kunta Kinte type thing.
Kunta
You know what I'm
Kinte
saying?
and Ruth. Yeah.
No. No. So, my Black History Month, that's how it is. Not only I can talk about Malcolm X and MLK, Rosa Parks, whatever. I can also talk about other things because it's Black History Month.
Wow. Deep stuff. And we should talk more about it. Right, chap.
Yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say before we end?
No, just go ahead. Just go ahead and finish my workout.
Okay, chap. Listen, brother, as always, I love talking to you, keeping it 100% real as always. And I love it. And these conversations, as you come right here, we're going to get there. We're going to have that conversation. We're going to have that real conversation. One evening when you sit down, I'm going to call you up and say, bro, let's talk, man. Let's talk.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yeah, bring up Marcus Calvi.
Okay.
You gotta bring up people like that, Marcus Calvi, all that.
Hey, what's his name? Ask the boy's name. Oh, he was with me on our show this weekend, and he cancelled recently. Oh, what's his name? Oh, the activist, Pan African. What's his name? Johnson.
I don't know.
Umar Johnson, who was with me on our show.
Oh. No, I haven't seen.
You know who Umar Johnson is?
I've heard of him.
You just Google him. And you can make up your mind yourself what you think of him.
Right.
Yeah. So, anyway, we're gonna talk.
Yes, sir.
Keep me updated as you do.
Off the record.
All right, off the record. Once again, champ, all the best.
It's always good to be here.
Fantastic. Let me just get you out. Let's end the broadcast.